Grandpa's commentating here, y'all. AKA Jimmy J, AKA J Legend, AKA the best in the business. I'm here talking about. Jeremy mccain getting traded to OkC, and also Eagles hiring a new O line coach, Chris Cooper, Chris Cooper. And let's get it, but we're gonna start off with Chris Cooper as the new hire for the Eagles as the O-line coach. Yeah, Chris Cooper was previously coaching with the Minnesota Vikings for a few years, and it's supposed to be like a good hire, a real good hire, because he's a proven O-line coach. He coaching some previous spaces, but he's he's got a really good background. He's supposed to be the one that replaced Jeff Stoutland as the old line coach. Even though we know Jeff Stoutland, I guess he just got tired, and they took the responsibility, the run coordinator responsibility from him. So yeah, I think he felt like he calling it quits after 13 years. But Jeff Stoutland, he was good, but I think it was time for a change. It was really time for a change with Jeff Stoutland. So yeah, they kind of caught up to him. He's still a great coach, probably the best O line coach in Eagles history. Probably the best O line coach, one of the best O line coaches of all time. But yeah, the defense was the offense was not the defense. The offense was the top ranked offense. When it came to O line protection and run, for a while, for the last 10 years under Jeff Stoutland. So we was considered having the best O line for the last 10 years. And he was here since Chip Kelly. So but I guess it was time for him to call it quits. But but Jeff Stoutland, he gonna always be a legend here. But they get back on this Chris Cooper guy, and I think it's a pretty good hire. I think it was a really good hire. Yeah, I should have probably did more research on him, but yeah, but he was a really seemed like a really good hire. Yeah, he was a previous coach at with the Vikings for a few years. No, actually for 5 years. Yeah, it was for 5 years. Because he started coaching with the Vikings in 2020. Yeah, in 2020. He started coaching with the Vikings in 2020. So yeah, but yeah, the Eagles they really forming up a roster. They got their old line coach. They got their passing game coordinator. Now you got to see if they get their quarterbacks coach. They really starting to form up the coaching staff. You got to see who else they hire. They got they tight ends coach that's run coordinator, run game. They really setting things up. They really setting things up. They're really saying setting things up. But now we about to switch gears and talk about Jerry McCain. And this Jerry McCain trade, the Sixers sat there and traded Jerry McCain for a first round pick and two second round picks. Either they got a good conversation for him, but I ain't see the point of this trade. I thought that was just, unless they just wasn't trying to pay him. But I ain't see the point of this trade. It was to me it didn't make sense. You don't trade away good players, especially you already the player you should have traded with was Paul George. You shouldn't even sign to Paul George. I think you're just doing some dumb stuff. And this is the same guy that got the Commanders. I just think he just doing some stuff. He need to sell the team and give it to somebody else. Yeah, he need to give it to somebody else because he made the Commanders relevant for one season, but you messing up the Sixers. Like, dude, you got a guy. You made the good draft picks in VJ. You drafted VJ, which was a good pick that made y'all relevant again. Sixers made Sixers a playoff team again. Yeah, y'all had McCain. Y'all should have kept him. Why y'all trading good players? The only bad thing y'all did besides getting rid of Jerry McCain is sign that Paul George, which you shouldn't have never signed Paul George. That was a waste of money. Now, yeah, you could have used that money to re-sign Jared McCain, give him a deal. It didn't even make sense. Like they're doing a lot of shit that don't make sense. I would have never traded VJ, but I mean not VJ. I would never trade Jared McCain. Jared McCain, I would have never traded Jared McCain. I don't know why they did that. It doesn't make no sense. They're trading into OKC. Y'all got something for him, but it was a dumb trade. Yeah, it was a real bad trade to me. The trade didn't make no sense. Y'all got for him, but it was a bad trade. It was a real bad trade. Yeah, it was a really bad trade. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. I think that Sixers owner. I think he needed Morey, Daryl Morey. He just need to sell the team. Yeah, he just need to sell the team. And I thought he should have sold the team last. You got VJ. That was a good. You should have kept McCain. You needed to trade Paul George or cutting because that was a bad pickup. I don't know why you signed him to a max deal. That was the stupidest thing ever. Yeah, that's the dumbest thing ever. But that to me it was just the dumbest thing ever. But But Gerald King, he did get a standing ovation when the Sixers played them after the trade. But I just think it was just the most dumbest trade. Daryl Moore, Daryl Moore, he needs to just trade, yeah, just sell the team. You just need to sell the team. He's making like a lot of bad. I mean, he's making more bad decisions than he is making good decisions. Yeah, but it's crazy though. You giving up a good player like this though. You still got that big contract with Paul George, which is a stupid trade. It's a real dumb contract. He got a 4 year max deal, which they shouldn't have never signed him. It was just dumb. It's a real dumb trade. But I guess they did it for. I guess they did it just to get it, make a bigger move. But to me, it was a dumb move, a real dumb move. But this is the Crown Prince commentating. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel. I'm out.